Very good morning, my dear students. We are in biology class. Today we will learn your biology first chapter, life processes chapter. It's a very interesting chapter for you. Let us start our today's topic, life processes. Your first chapter is the life processes chapter. So in this chapter, we will learn what is life. Tell me how you consider, how you decide if something is alive or living things or living. How you decide, how you consider. The most important criterion to decide whether something is alive or living is a movement. The movement is the basic characteristics of a living thing. Movement. The main characteristics, the organism can move from one place to another. This shows an organism is alive or a living things. Apart from this, there are many characteristics of living things are. Write down now the various characteristics of living things. The various characteristics of living things, it includes both plant and animal. Both plant. Okay. Number one character is here. They can move from one place to another. They can move from one place to another. Number two characteristics is here. They need food and water. They need food and water. Number three, they can grow. Okay, write down it. They respond to change. They respond to change around them. Next, they can reproduce. Then, living things are respire. Living things are respire. These are the various characteristics of living things. Number one here, they can move from one place to another. That means already you know living things are, that means like you saw all the animals move one place to another, and also plants also move. How is it possible? The branches of the plants grows toward the sunlight, absorb the sunlight. Next, they need food and water. Like human beings, like animals and also plants require food and water, and they can grow. Plants also grow, animals also grow. Then they respond to changes around them. They are sensitive in nature. They are sensitive. Next, they can reproduce, to produce young ones, and living things are respire also. Okay, these all are the characteristics of living things. Now, come to what is life processes. Write down definition now. The basic essential activities performed by an organism. Definition: the basic essential activities performed by an organism to withstand or to survive or to life, or to life. This include nutrition, respiration, transportation, then reproduction. This is the life processes. Okay, then first the basic important characteristics is here. The basic performance shows by an organism is a very important nutrition. What is nutrition? The nutrition is obtaining food and utilizing by it. Utilizing it. The question here, what is nutrition? The taking of a food and utilized it. The taking of food and utilized it. The process of taking food and using it for the process of taking food and using it for growth, metabolism and repairing. Here one question arises in your mind, what is metabolism? Now both anabolism and catabolism in your previous class, in your lower class already you learned what is the anabolism and catabolism. Anabolism means the building up reaction, it shows building up reaction, and catabolism means anabolism shows building up reaction या constructive reaction, या catabolism shows the destructive reaction. तो example of anabolism is repairing of a damaged tissue, and the example of a catabolism is death of a cells. So here the definition of the simply definition of a nutrition is obtaining food and utilized by the body, utilizing it, obtaining food and utilizing it, This is the simply definition of a nutrition. Just you have to remember it, obtaining food and utilizing it. Here, again the nutrition divided into two parts, divided into two types, autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Types of nutrition. Number 1, autotrophic nutrition. First here, what is autotrophic nutrition? What is autotrophic nutrition? Here, autotrophic nutrition means the organism that make their own food by using simple inorganic substances is called autotrophic nutrition. In this process, basically this is found in green plant. Green plant make their own food. This is the autotrophic mode of nutrition. Write down what is autotrophic nutrition. Write down now, the organism that make their own food, the organisms that make their own food from simpler or inorganic substances, autotroph. In this process, basically green plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis, by using the simpler inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and water, and in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. This process is known as the autotrophic mode of nutrition. So question arises in your mind, so here what is photosynthesis? It is very important for you, very important process. photosynthesis process. In this process, the green plant make their own food by using simpler inorganic substances like carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll in the leaf surface. In the leaf, the green plants make their own food from inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. Here the two catalysts are here, the sunlight and chlorophyll. Presence of sunlight and chlorophyll on the leaf surface. Is called photosynthesis. Example here, green plant. Basically, green plants make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Non-green plants do not make their own food. Green plants, autotrophic nutrition. Here write down the examples here, give examples. Green plants, all green plants, okay, clear. Autotrophic nutrition, the organism that make their own food from simpler inorganic substances. Here the simpler inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide from air and water from the soil are called autotroph. In this process, plant make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. This complete process is known as photosynthesis. In your board exam, one question arises from a photosynthesis, that is here the equation of photosynthesis. It's very important for you, equation of photosynthesis. Write down now. Equation of photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Now in this process, plant make their own food by using inorganic substances like carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide and water, here 6CO2 plus 12H2O. Here, like already you learned in chemistry, this is your balanced equation. This is a complete balanced equation. How to balance a chemical equation already you learn in a chemistry first chapter, chemical equation and reaction. In this chapter already I write here balanced chemical equation. Here in photosynthesis process, plant make their own food by using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. The green pigment present on the surface of a leaf is called chlorophyll. Already you know what is chlorophyll. That is your green leaves, just like your green leaves. Presence of sunlight, presence of two catalysts. One is your sunlight and chlorophyll. The product is here sugar, like glucose, C6H12O6. C6H12O6 is the sugar. This sugar immediately converted into starch and stored in the leaf. This is sugar and also oxygen and also water vapor also. Okay. This is a complete balanced equation. Do you clear? What is photosynthesis? The equation of a photosynthesis is here. Plant make their own food by using simpler inorganic substances like carbon dioxide carbon dioxide is water. In the presence of sunlight, plant receives sunlight in chlorophyll. They produce product like sugar and oxygen and water vapor. Here, from where this carbon dioxide comes? Just like your plant, green leaf, this is your sun. Okay. From atmosphere, plant collect carbon dioxide from air, carbon dioxide from air, carbon dioxide from air, and water from soil. Where? On the surface of a green leaf, on the surface of a green leaf. This is the sunlight here. Okay. Carbon dioxide from air, water from soil, and in the presence of a sunlight in chlorophyll. Where is the chlorophyll present? On the leaf surface. The plant make their own food. What are the products of this process? Product of this process is your sugar, oxygen, and water vapor. This oxygen goes to air and also water vapor also air. Write down for homework. Here, two questions here. What are the basic conditions necessary for photosynthesis? What are the basic conditions necessary for photosynthesis? Question here. What are the basic conditions necessary for photosynthesis? Who can say the answer here? Presence of sunlight, availability of sunlight, and presence of chlorophyll in the leaves. Number one, your answer here. Just you have to remember it. From this process, from photosynthesis, one question arises is the most important question. The question sometimes arises in your exam. What are the basic conditions necessary for photosynthesis? The number one is your presence of chlorophyll. Presence of chlorophyll in leaves. The first, and availability of sunlight. Availability of sunlight. Availability of sunlight. Next, carbon dioxide. Next, last is your water. Okay. Question here, what are the basic conditions necessary for photosynthesis? Number one, presence of chlorophyll in the leaves and availability of sunlight and carbon dioxide and water. Again, second question here. Can I erase it? Okay. I write in here. Second question. What are the products of photosynthesis process? Photosynthesis process. Answer here. Here is the answer. First is your sugar like glucose. Is one type of plant's food. sugar like your glucose C6H12O6 and oxygen and water vapor. Okay, these all are the products of photosynthesis. Just have remember here, when the sugar is formed in the process of photosynthesis, this sugar immediate converted into starch, and store in the leaf starch. Again, immediate converted into starch and store in leaves. Then this is to complete your autotrophic mode of nutrition. Next is your heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition. What is the definition of heterotrophic nutrition? The reverse of autotrophic. The organism which cannot make their own food and depend directly or indirectly on autotrophs. Heterotrophic nutrition, those organism which cannot make their own food and depend directly or indirectly on autotrophs for their food are called heterotroph. For their food and their survival also. Called heterotrophs. Example, non-green plants, animals and human beings. So all are heterotrophs. In this process, the organism depends for their food on other organisms like an autotrophs, basically on green plants. Yeah, plant products also. Okay, so again the heterotrophic nutrition divided into three types. Number one, write down holozoic nutrition. Next, parasitic nutrition. Number three, saprotrophic nutrition. Okay. First, what is holozoic nutrition? In holozoic mode of nutrition, the organism take food directly in solid or liquid form, from outside and is digested inside the body. Okay, in holozoic mode of nutrition, organisms takes food directly in the form of a solid and liquid, in the form of a solid and liquid from the outside and is digested inside the body. This is called holozoic mode of nutrition. This process involves, this holozoic mode of nutrition involves, first is basically holozoic nutrition of mode of nutrition happen in human beings. All human beings, the first process involved here, this process involve ingestion. Second is your digestion. Next, absorption. Next, assimilation. And last is your egestion. Okay. The holozoic mode of nutrition involves ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Ingestion means the taking of a food into the body, and digestion means the breakdown of a complex food into simpler one, and absorption means the villi present inside the wall of the small intestine absorbs the digested food, and assimilation means the blood carries the dissolved and absorbed food to the whole part of the body. Last is the egestion part. Egestion is basically this process is happen in a large intestine. The undigested food go to the large intestine, and the large intestine absorb the water, and some solid undigested foods are left. These solid undigested food lastly go to the last part of the large intestine called the rectum, and then go to remove from the body. This is your total holozoic mode of nutrition process, and these steps are involved in holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay. Next is your parasitic nutrition. Parasite means the living organisms. Parasitics, the living organism are the living organisms obtain their food. Here the parasites are also living. They obtain their food from other living organisms. Okay, and they may be your plants or animals, and which their food from the other living organism may be plants or animals. Organism from which the parasites obtain food is called host. So basically, in simply write down here, parasite is the living organism obtain their food from other living organism called host, and from which the organism obtain their food is called host, and without killing the host they obtain their food. The example here, the example of a parasites are Cuscuta, in Hindi Amarvel. Okay. Next, Rafflesia. Next, Viscum. Okay. Next, last is your saprotropic nutrition. Saprotropic nutrition means the organism obtain their food from dead and decaying organisms, decaying plant body and decaying animal body. Okay, that is your saprotropic mode of nutrition. In this mode of nutrition, organisms obtain their food from a dead plant and decaying body. Decaying plant, dead and decaying plants and animals also. Example, the better example here, fungi and bacteria. Okay. This is the total heterotrophic mode of a nutrition. The heterotrophic modes of a nutrition again divided into holozoic mode of a nutrition, parasitic mode of a nutrition, and a saprotrophic mode of a nutrition. Okay. Then write down some homework. Define nutrition. Number 2, differentiate between autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. What is photosynthesis? Name the types of nutrition. Next, what are the conditions necessary for photosynthesis? Next, what are the products of photosynthesis? Okay. These questions are from this chapter, and do your this question, solve the questions, answer the questions in your fair copy, and if you face any doubt from this chapter, better you may call to me. And okay students, today's class is over. We will learn in the next class human digestive system. Okay, if you face any problem in this chapter, better you may call to me. Okay, thank you.